If you've ever felt the challenges of ensuring each of your students receives the instruction they need, you're not alone. We're about to unpack the mystery behind creating groups for small group instruction, ensuring that every child in your classroom feels seen, heard, and understood. Stay tuned. Educational Rockstars, welcome back to another episode of One Classroom Over. My mission is simple: to equip you with actionable tips, transformative stories, effective classroom systems, and expert insights for your K-5 classroom. I'm Farah, also known as the Center Fairy, your go-to guide for all things for simplifying your teacher life. Each episode dives deep into key facets of the teaching experience, from lesson planning and classroom management to student engagement and professional growth. If you're new here, make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button and click that bell so that you never miss out when I go live or drop a new video here on the channel. Today we're diving into the topic of how do we group our students for small groups. So whether you're sipping coffee at home or binge watching while you prep lessons, crank up that volume and get ready for a dose of inspiration and empowerment. Let's dive in. Imagine lighting little fires of curiosity in each student. That's what small group instruction aims to do. It's like watching a dance. When the group is just right, the learning flows effortlessly. But how do we know the flame is burning bright for everyone? That's where creating your groups for small group instruction comes in. There are several steps that you can take to create student groups. Each method provides a unique opportunity to meet the needs of your students. First, assessment-based grouping. Start with an assessment. Understanding where each student stands academically is going to provide a clear roadmap. Those struggling with similar issues can be brought together for targeted teaching. Number 2, interest-based grouping. We've all been there. It's easier to learn when we're interested. Grouping students based on shared interests can ignite intrinsic motivation. Number 3, diverse abilities grouping. Sometimes it's beneficial to mix students of various skill levels. This approach allows students to learn from one another, promoting that peer teaching. Number 4, random grouping. Occasionally, you can let fate decide. Randomly grouping students can offer a refreshing change, allowing them to interact with peers that they might not usually work with. Now, what is the best size for your groups? The golden question. While there's no one-size-fits-all answer, most teachers agree that the ideal group size ranges between 4 to 6. And here's why. First, manageability. Groups larger than 6 can become challenging to handle, especially if there are behavioral issues to contend with. And if you're doing rotations in your classroom, you're often limited on time and you're not able to get to more than 4 to 6 students at your small table in the allotted time that you have. Number 2, individual attention. Keeping that group small ensures that each student receives adequate attention, ensuring that their unique needs are addressed. And number 3, peer interactions. A group of 4 to 6 students strikes a balance. It's small enough for students to have meaningful interactions with each other, yet large enough to encourage diverse perspectives. Now, while creating groups for small group instruction is also essential to remain flexible. Students grow, they change, and develop. What works one month might need tweaking the next. So always be prepared to adjust your groups based on the new data, changing student needs, or new instructional focus. When creating groups for your small group instruction block, there are a few best practices that you're going to want to keep in mind. 1, dynamic grouping. Remember that groups aren't set in stone. Periodically reassess and shuffle your groups to cater to the evolving needs of your students. 2, consistent feedback. Establish a system for regular feedback. This way you'll always have a finger on the pulse of understanding how effective your groupings truly are. 3, collaborative tools. In our digital age, various tools can assist in creating groups for small group instruction. Platforms like Google Classroom or even ESGI can assign groups tasks seamlessly. Now, number 4, be observant. Sometimes the best insights come from simply watching. Notice the dynamics in each group, who's participating actively, who's holding back, and where the challenges lie. Creating groups for small group instruction is more than just a logistical task. It really is about creating spaces where students feel secure, challenged, and excited about learning. So the next time that you find yourself pondering how to maximize the potential of each student, remember the power of small groups. By carefully and thoughtfully creating these groups, you're not just organizing, you're kindling those fires of curiosity, ensuring every student gets a chance to shine. And always remember, every student is unique. So while guides and strategies can help, trust in your knowledge of your students. Now, if you're looking for more tips and strategies to take back into your classroom to make your teacher life a little easier, check out the other videos on your screen. Thanks for watching and keep being an educational rock star.